We are stimulating achievement instead of living. And what I mean by that is that people consume motivational edits, productivity content, gym content, anime speeches and stuff like that. They basically motivate themselves, and they basically feel like, they basically get motivated, they get hyped up, and they feel like they have achieved some sort of achievement. Like they feel like they are the ones to actually be the one to achieve the success, like through the content they actually watch. And this actually kind of creates a problem of, fake illusion in the mind. So what it does is basically stimulating your brain by watching content like this and that stuff, like motivation and stuff like that, and basically getting some sort of stimulation that basically feels like you are the one to actually achieve the success, which is just like imagination. Instead of actually taking action, our brain kind of feels like we are doing some sort of good work. Like we basically feel like we are watching this kind of content, so we are actually doing some sort of good work rather than watching some slop AI content or stuff like that. When you watch this kind of content, you genuinely feel like you're the main character, and it kind of creates like an addiction of this kind of habits where you like to imagine yourself and stuff like that. And the problem is when you fake progress through content, like you feel like you're doing some sort of work by watching this kind of content, like stimulating your brain, basically getting, in simple terms, you're basically getting dopamine out of imagining stuff. See, we already know what we actually need to do in order to basically stop this kind of bullshit, is to actually take action in real life. Like you already know you need to take action, you need to be taking action instead of watching this kind of motivational content or stuff like that where you're basically consuming stuff and you basically feel like you're achieving something. You already know what to do. See, the whole point of the video, like what I want you to get out of this video is that I want you to remove the habit, like the way of thinking that consuming content like self-help or whatever it is, motivational stuff like that, you feel like you're making some sort of achievement. You're basically like stimulating achievement instead of doing it in real life, and that's where the problem arises. You need to basically make yourself realize that this is rather entertainment or just a waste of time, and the real fun and the real dopamine should be from doing the real work rather than watching this kind of content. And most of the guys already know that they need to do the work in real life. What I want you to do is remove the way of thinking that you're actually doing something great or achieving something by watching content which are motivational, productive, or something like that. Because when you do those kind of things, you basically feel like you're doing a great thing, you're achieving something in the virtual world, and you basically feel like you're making progress, but in reality you're not. So I want you to remove this way of thinking and actually make progress in real life rather than achieving something through content, like through imagination. I hope this video is helpful to you in some way. If you have any thoughts on this video or any problems with your life, you can definitely leave it down in the comments. Till then, stay disciplined.